we're not defining it here. So what we're gonna go back here and we're gonna cut this part from main.h and we'll go to SDL.h. We'll make it private. And we'll paste it. So those three variables, window, renderer, and main event. Now they are defined. Quit is undefined on the other hand. To define quit, we can create a pointer called quit. Here. That means whenever you create SDL setup class, you will need to pass in quit, pointing to quit. So don't worry, because we didn't go through pointers yet, but all you do is this, and here you'll be pointing, and you make it equal to true. Don't know if you don't understand this, but it's fine. It will work. It will simply, we won't have to set up anything or anything. This will just simply quit the game. Now, so we have if we go back to CVP, we're gonna leave the graphs, but you can see it's missing renderer. We'll need, because it doesn't know what renderer is anymore since it's in SDL setup. Also, you see here we're trying to destroy window, renderer, and main event, and it doesn't know what the main event here is, and it doesn't know what renderers are here as well. Those three we can actually cut and put them in constructor of SDL setup. Okay. And we still need main event and renderer. We don't need access to window, as you can see, because anything related to window is already in here. So to get access to renderer and main event, we can simply create getters. Getters are functions that basically we can actually put those two here and we'll be able to access them once we create SDL setup inside main, but it's not good programming practice because then it can get hacked if it's not private, or it's not really good. It's not good programming practice, let's just put it that way. So to avoid that, we can create function. Actually, it's not gonna be void, it's gonna be returning the renderer, and we'll call it get renderer. We'll also create SDL event. Oh, unless I get main event. Now, if you go to CPP, we'll create those functions here. So SDL underscore renderer. Pointing to CSDL underscore set up those two, and oh my bad, I didn't make them functions. This should be function. Since we can put variables here, they are functions. So now if you do this, you get main event, get renderer. So since we're already doing renderer, we're not passing anything in. So that should work, and then all we're doing is return. So we're returning the renderer, which is this. So we can use it, so be able to use it here in those places. Same with event, main event. So now we're going to do underscore event CSDL underscore set up get main. Return main event. Okay, that's done. Now, I believe we have everything we need. So now we can fix those errors by using getters. Those getters we created. First we need to create the object of the class instance of SDL setup. So it needs to know what it is. So first we need to include it. SDL underscore setup.h. So we're including this file. As I said before, don't worry if you don't understand this perfectly. This is just setting up everything. We're basically creating our own engine at the moment. So now we're gonna create the object of SDL setup here. Oops. CSDL underscore setup. It's gonna be, let's make it a pointer and same it CSDL underscore setup. Here you make it equals new because it's a pointer. You have to make it equal new since it's a pointer here. And you're gonna do CSDL underscore setup and you open the brackets. As you can see, it needs the quit since we made it here. So all you're going to do is pass and quit. But keep in mind it needs a pointer. If you remember right, it's a pointer. So you're going to pass in the reference and that will work. Now we can use this to get the renderer. All you do is do this, then you do an arrow because it's a pointer. You're doing dots if it's not. So for example, if we're gonna go back to our here, we didn't make it a pointer. We're doing dot, but we could have made it a pointer and did this. It's gonna be pretty much exactly the same. C main and doesn't take any argument. And then as you can see, we'll get an error here because we need to have it like this. So this is pretty much exactly the same as this. So, but here we're passing quit since we made the constructor to pass the quit. So because we will need to use that for that check. So as you can see, we're doing the arrow here because it's a pointer, and we're gonna use get renderer, which basically returns renderer. So we can copy that now, go lower. See, so we can just replace this anywhere in the code. Okay, now all we're missing is the event. And so we're gonna paste it here, and instead of get renderer, we're gonna go use get main event. There you go. Oh, and we're missing it here as well, so we can copy. As you can see, we got rid of some of the code here, and it moved kinda here. So let's try running it, see if we get any errors. Okay, it still works exactly the same way. And you're probably asking, why did we do all of this just to have exactly the same thing? And it's because now the code is much more organized and easier to understand. But it's still not at the level I would want it to be. Fair, because I would like to, since this is those two functions are part of SDL, we can simply create two SDL functions for this. So technically we don't need, we can make this one function and make this one function and then do our drawing here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create two functions and here. Let's just make them void and let's just call it begin, because we might put something here in the future as well. And let's just call it end. We're gonna go here, void C SDL underscore set up. So we have begin here, and we're going to do exactly the same thing for end. Now, if we're going to go back to our main, we can simply copy this inside the begin. As you can see now, it doesn't know what SDL setup is because it is this. So we can either use, you can actually use get main event, or we can just use main event since we can access it. Same here, renderer. So now what you would do is here you do SDL C, SDL set up, and we're just gonna call begin.